Well, Chris, I think it's fair to say that was a disappointing evening. Is that a real low point for you?
It is, no doubt about that. Not good enough. Apologies to the fans who turned up tonight. That was nowhere near good enough. Picked a team that I believed could win the game comfortably, but unfortunately, whether the occasion got to them or not, I don't know. But it's a group of lads that have been good enough to fight against very good teams in the National League and win and get results. And so, yeah, against a very resilient team, but albeit a team in a lower league, we didn't deliver. So again, and I mean it, apologies for anybody who turned up tonight to watch that, and I've got to see a reaction.
First 10 minutes came out all guns blazing, but it trailed off pretty dramatically.
Yeah, I think we started brightly and on the front foot, as was the plan, and it then became a bit of a sort of first and second ball game where you can't really show any quality, and then the game hinged on the two legs on a perhaps moment of madness, and we fell the wrong side of it. I think there was another one second half where it could go our way. It was just outside the box, and it's a penalty for the same sort of thing, a handball. And we huffed and we puffed and had a big chance at the end, but we couldn't manage to score. So yeah, extremely disappointing, and the players know that. They know what I'm like as a person, and my only thought now is the next game.
And you spoke about the penalty. It was a blatant one, but it really seemed to affect the team. Did it just make heads drop?
No, I think it more gives the opposition that impetus, that they've got something to hold on to and to fight, and obviously the crowd play a part. They're at home, they've done pretty well at home, which is why they got promotion last season. So I don't think it was a case of heads dropping altogether, because there's enough experience in there to show the bravery to get on the ball. The opposition handled it well, and so credit to them. Got a lot of respect for the boys, for Rob and his team. But again, we're a big football club, and I couldn't accept that type of performance as a player, and I won't as a manager. And got to see some reaction tomorrow morning, because we're in.
And 300 Yeovil Town fans made the short journey, but they made their feelings known tonight and on Saturday. I'm guessing you can't blame them for that.
No, of course not. And I've been in football grounds with my family, watching games and travelling, and you want more, and it's not good enough. And as I say, I've thanked the fans from the off for what they've given us, and they get behind the team, but they've got to see something, and then they can hold on to it and get behind you. So got no problem with that whatsoever at all. The players have got to step over that wire line and give them something to cheer about. And over the two legs, they haven't. So that's a bit of a disappointing. A week earlier, you beat a team that are favourites for the National League. So there are a group of players in there that can do it. It's just the inconsistency sometimes, because however you look at it, I am playing young players in the main, and with that you do get a little bit of inconsistency.
It was noted at full time that a couple of your players arguing with each other.
Yeah.
I imagine that's not exactly what you need at this time either.
No, it's just fight. It's they're annoyed with each other, and you will get that. You get it whether you're playing for Man United or Yeovil Town. It's no different as a professional footballer, because you're trying to get a reaction from your teammate in a positive way, however you do it. And you can do it with a rollicking, or you can do it nurturing. You can do it two ways, and that was just emotion at the end. The boys are giving everything, there's no doubt about that, but it was just tonight, I think a few nerves showed with some of the younger players, and the occasion perhaps got to them, and we've got to work that out of them quickly, because we need them to play. We need them to play.
And you knew when you took this job how tough it was going to be.
Yeah.
Did you quite know the challenge you had ahead of you?
Football is tough. It's a tough game. Otherwise, everyone would be doing it. It's just, there's no hiding place. I've seen it. I've seen it at a club very close to here at Bristol Rovers, where I've seen Joey take a lot of stick and then turn it round. And that's all you can do in football. You've got to prove people wrong, you've got to fight, and you've got to believe, and I do. Otherwise I wouldn't have taken the job. And I want everyone else to do that. And the players will have another chat in the morning. Like I say, I will now move on to a National League game, having won the last one. That's my mindset. So I can't forget about that. In between that has been an extremely difficult and disappointing 2 legs against a team in the lower division. Do these things happen in the FA Cup? Yes, they do. Did Notts County, who were a huge club, get beat last weekend? Yes, they did at home. So I have to take a little bit of stock on this defeat, but by no means was it good enough. And like I say, it's not acceptable for those families and fans that have turned up and paid hard-earned money to watch that, and I'm extremely disappointed for them.
And just lastly, how bad is this result for you as a manager in the fact that you don't get the financial boost from the FA Cup run now?
Yeah, it's not very good. There's no two ways about that. It's the same for any club. You can't guarantee it. You don't go into a season looking at your balance sheet and guaranteeing an FA Cup run, because it's fundamentally wrong to do that, because you never know what the FA Cup can turn out. But yeah, financially it's a big blow for us. But this club needs to be in the Football League, not win the FA Cup, and that's what we've got to focus on. Financially disappointing, performance disappointing, but I go into the next game on Saturday as determined as I was when I walked through the door.